of this book is Nellie Bly. Elizabeth Cochran became a journalist and used the pen name Nellie Bly. I want you to read about how her articles improved the working conditions and the lives of many people. Okay?
Okay.
All right. You're going to start reading out loud this page, and I'll just be listening, and then I'll start taking my teacher notes on this page when we get there. Okay?
Elizabeth
Cochran
was a young American woman with dreams of a career. One day, she read a newspaper editorial that angered her. The writer argued that a woman belonged at home and should not strive to do men's work. Elizabeth's father had died years before, leaving her family very poor. She and her mother were struggling to run a boarding house. Elizabeth applied for a job after job, but was always turned down. How dare the male author of What Girls Are Good For presume to know how a woman in need should live? Elizabeth wrote a response and mailed it to the newspaper Pittsburgh Dispatch. The editor thought the letter was fiery and very sharp. He decided to offer a reporting job to its author. When Elizabeth showed up at the news office in January 1885, journalism was about to get a superstar. Elizabeth Cochran took a pen named Nellie Bly after a popular song of that time. Nellie Bly reported unfair marriage laws. She wrote about the lives of factory girls in Pittsburgh. She wrote about harsh conditions in the city slums. She came up with a reporting method that became her trademark. Going undercover, she played the role of a poor working girl and wrote about her experiences. Back then, newspapers were the way people learned about local and world events. Newspapers shared public opinion. Nellie Bly's articles had a big impact. Her reports about working children helped reform the state's child labor laws. Some business owners warned the Dispatch that they would stop advertising if Nellie Bly kept writing negative reports. As a result, she had to write about flower shows and fashion. These topics bored her. She persuaded her editor to let her become a foreign correspondent and report from Mexico. Nellie Bly informed her American readers about Mexican culture, food, and landscapes. She also found poverty and injustice in Mexico. She knew she could be arrested if she wrote anything that offended the Mexican authorities. When the authorities learned she had written about the mistreatment of Mexican journalists, Nellie wisely left the country. Nellie Bly wanted adventure. She found adventure in New York City, working for the World. For her first assignment, Nellie did something bold. She went undercover to learn what it was like in the city's mental hospital. On Blackboard's Island, acting mad, she admitted to the asylum. For 10 days, Nellie Bly endured ice-cold baths, rotten food, and inhumane treatment. She gave up her pretended madness early on, but her sanity made no difference to the staff. Many of them seemed to take pleasure in cruelty. Then, as planned, her newspaper arranged for her release.
All right, you can read the rest independently or to yourself.